Hello there, you attractive person. This is Chris from TechSpert, and I'm here with a fresh new TicWatch Pro 4G/LTE to give it its full title. It's an updated version of the original TicWatch Pro, which launched last year. It's finally coming to the UK, and besides the added 4G connectivity, there's quite a few little refinements thrown in there as well. So let's get it fully unboxed and set up, take you on a tour of the hardware and the software, and don't forget, for more on the latest and greatest tech, to poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So unfortunately, I don't actually know the precise UK price of the TicWatch Pro 4G/LTE at the time I'm shooting this video, because I've got it under embargo, so they haven't actually officially announced that yet. Squidge this on up, and there is the TicWatch Pro 4G in all of its glory, properly wedged in there. There we go. Right, let's just stick the watch aside, see what else you get in the box. It looks pretty straightforward, really. You get a proprietary charging dock, of course, so the TicWatch Pro 4G just sits on there. It's got a nice magnetic connection, so it should hold firm. You don't accidentally knock it and send it flying off across the room, and then, of course, severs that connection, so that's always good. Unfortunately, you don't actually get a plug adapter. You just get the USB cable, so you'll have to either provide your own plug adapter or just plug it into a laptop or something else with a USB port. And, of course, you get your chunky old TicWatch Pro 4G quick guide. Tells you how to get all set up, tells you the specs and everything as well. Great stuff. And that's it. Piece of pie. Now, first off, I've got to say, I'm already definitely liking the look of the TicWatch Pro 4G. It looks a lot nicer than the original TicWatch Pro. The TicWatch Pro was absolutely fine, but I had this big, chunky stainless steel banding all around it. I prefer the nice, sleek, all black look of this new 4G model. Definitely still a chunky monkey, as you can see there. Certainly ain't going to be slender on your wrists, but yeah, no, definitely doesn't have too much of a heft to it. Hopefully you can make out there some of the finer detail and etched onto the band as well. You've actually got some proper time markings and everything on there, just like the original. A couple of physical buttons here on the right edge of the TicWatch Pro 4G to help you navigate your way around Android Wear. And if you flip around to the back, you'll see it's your standard detachable watch straps as well, so you can just pull those off and replace with a sexier affair. If you're going for a night out on the time, you just got a basic silicone strap which comes with the TicWatch, so perfectly fine for just everyday wear, and of course well suited to exercise sessions and the like. And now I'll spend about 3 hours actually trying to get that strap back on again. Oh, there we go, first time, amazing. I'm glad I was recording this, Jesus. And just for a straightforward comparison purpose as well, here's the original Samsung Galaxy Watch side by side with a TicWatch Pro 4G. And as you can see there, they're more or less the same size in terms of the general dimensions, the clock face, the chunkiness, all the rest of it. About the same heft as well. So let's get this bad boy strapped on and see how it actually looks and feels on the wrist. And there we have it. Definitely feels nice and comfortable on there. Back's a little bit cold, but apart from that, all good. Yeah, as I say, decent little heft to it. I've got quite slender, some might say feminine wrists. So that's definitely probably the maximum level of chunkiness and just general dimensions that I'd want to slap on there. But I think that looks really, really nice. Not quite as slim as the likes of the new Fossil Gen 5 and everything, but still looking good. And the TicWatch Pro 4G should prove nice and durable as well. It's got full IP68 water and dust resistance, so it's suitable for pool swimming, as Mobboy puts it. So yeah, so you can take it when you're doing your laps or whatever. Probably best not to rock it in the sea, not that you'd be likely to do that in December in the UK anyway. And beyond that, I also got Gorilla Glass 3 coating that display as well, and it's fully military standard 810G certified as well, so basically you can beat the living out this thing. It should be absolutely fine. Now let's see if we've got any gas in the tank so we can get the watch all set up. Yep, just felt a little rumble there. There we go, bit of TicWatch action. And of course, to actually set up the TicWatch Pro 4G, you'll need to download the Wear OS app from the Google Play Store or from the Apple App Store if you happen to rock an iPhone for whatever reason. Okay, so let's begin the setup process. English UK, thank you very much. Blah, 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 T's and C's. Sure, I've read it. Yeah, honest. And then just pairs up with your watch. Connecting to TicWatch Pro 4G. And there we have it. The smartphone would like to connect. Yep, all good. And there we are, actually into Wear OS. And it's your standard Wear OS setup, so I won't bang on about it too much. You've of course got fast access to your various settings, do not disturb, etc, etc. All of your notifications, of course, which you can then expand on and respond to. Swipe this away and you get access to the Google Assistant. And swipe this away and of course you've got your health stats at a glance. And of course you've got the two main buttons as well. Push this top button, just takes you into the apps tray, so you can see all of the available apps. It's all your standard stuff. And if you tap this bottom button, by default it will start up your Tic Health app, but you can actually remap that to any other app of your choosing. But of course, one of the very unique features here on the TicWatch Pro is the dual display setup. So as you can see there, it's just ticked over from the OLED panel to the LCD screen, which is sat on top. And what that is basically a battery life preserving measure. So as you can see, very basic LCD panel. This is the surface layer. That's on sort of most of the time, just displaying, as you can see there, the time, the date, and a little bit of fitness info as well, showing you how many of your steps you've actually managed to complete throughout the day. But at any point, you can wake up that OLED screen, which sits just underneath, and that gives you full access to all of your smart functionality via Wear OS. And as you can see there, it's a lovely, crisp, colourful display as well. It's a 400 by 400 pixel resolution, so nice and sharp as well. As you can see, it's on automatic brightness at the moment, where if we punch it all the way up to 5, yep, that's pretty damn bright. So you shouldn't have any trouble seeing this in a sunshiny day. And of course, you can fully adjust the brightness yourself, or just leave it on that automatic level. Of course, the brighter you have it, the faster it will sap the battery. Inside of those settings, you've also got all kinds of customization options. So as I mentioned before, you can change that bottom hardware button to bring up whatever app you like out of a selection there. Of course, you've also got OK Google detection as well, if you want to use your voice to call up the assistant instead of just actually tapping the screen. As for the watch face as well, it's quite a limited selection actually here on the watch to begin with, just the 3 in fact, which is quite a meager selection, and none of them are particularly attractive, I've got to admit. But of course, you can just jump to see more watch faces. You got more of a selection in there. You can actually change all of this via the Wear OS app as well, and browse and download some new watch faces as well to suit your own particular tastes. Because quite a lot of them will give you a lot of information right there on the main watch face as well, the current date, your next scheduled appointment, stuff like that. As far as the fitness stuff goes, Mobvoi has basically designed the TicWatch Pro 4G to be as hands-off as possible. So you do get the usual standard Google Fit shenanigans on there, a bit of pool swims, you've got a bit of swim tracking on there too, thanks to the water resistance. And as you can see, you've got the Tic Exercise app, which is Mobvoi's own health tracking, Tic Health as well, and Tic Pulse. You get 24-hour heart rate monitoring as well with the TicWatch Pro 4G, and that'll even give you a little alert if it detects that your heart rate is rising despite the fact you're not actually doing any bloody exercise. Let's just get that turned on, and as you can see there, I'm clearly really enjoying doing this video because my pulse is a steady 84. And if you're going to be using the TicWatch Pro 4G to track your jogging sessions, for instance, the good news is it's got built-in GPS, so you can track your exact route, location, etc. without having to take your smartphone out with you as well, lighten the load a bit. As for the actual performances provided by the Snapdragon Wear 2100 platform, and as you can see there, it's a little bit stuttery here and there so far. Not the smoothest of performances by any means. I'm kind of hoping that's just sort of teething issues because I've only just set it up. Hopefully, once it's done a couple of updates and sort of settled in a bit, it'll be a bit smoother. But yeah, certainly a bit janky for now. As I say, I'll be doing a full review of the TicWatch Pro 4G, so definitely stay tuned for that to see my full thoughts. In fact, yeah, there we go. We've already got a system update downloading, so that's probably not helping proceedings at all. And as well as full Wi-Fi connectivity, the TicWatch Pro 4G also, unsurprisingly, supports 4G. So you can actually send texts and actually make calls on this thing as well. It's got a built-in speaker on it, which is fully water resistant. So again, I'll be testing out the quality of that. Not expecting it to be super awesome, but it'll do in a pinch. And of course, that 4G connectivity comes via an eSIM as well. Here in the UK, apparently Vodafone is going to have an exclusive on the TicWatch Pro 4G. So you'll have to go to Voda if you do actually want that extra connectivity. And you've also got a good bit of NFC connectivity for your Google Pay action as well. As for the battery life, well, Mobvoi reckons you'll get between 2 and 5 days of battery life from the 415 milliamp cell, depending on how much you use it. Obviously, that's quite a vague estimation. 2 days would be pretty much standard for a smartwatch. The likes of the Apple Watch, things like that, generally offer a couple of days in between charges. Whereas obviously, if you go a full 5 days, then that would be lovely. Or it can do a full 30 days, a whole month of action, but that's only in the essential mode. So literally just displaying the LCD screen, which shows you the time, the date, and your steps tracking as well. So to be fair, it's fine if you're going to be heading out into the wilderness or something like that for a couple of weeks. But otherwise, what's the point of having a smartwatch if all you're going to use it for is to tell the time? And it looks like sticking it in essential mode is nice and easy. Just head into the apps, tap the essential mode icon, switch to essential modes, and then there you have it. You're basically in that LCD screen full time. So that there in a nutshell is the new TicWatch Pro 4G. I'll have it slapped on my wrist for a couple of weeks before my in-depth review, which should actually be going live at the same time as this unboxing. unboxing because of the whole embargo shenanigans. So are you tempted by the TicWatch? Definitely go check out my review if you are, and please do leave a comment down below as well, your thoughts on this chunky monkey right here. Or if you've got preference for another smartwatch, definitely let me know that as well. And please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech. Cheers everyone, love you.